up, y'all? It's Mom Boss Budgets here, and I'm back with another video. On my channel, we love to talk about all things cash budgeting, the zero-based budget, budget with me's, grocery hauls, and things like that. So if any of that content I just mentioned interests you, don't hesitate to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. And of course, hit that notification button because I upload videos every single week. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that way you guys can join the fam and see the videos that I will be bringing to you guys every single week. So let's get into this video. All right, y'all, so we are doing a budget with me. The last 3 weeks I've been budgeting in this book, so we are about to open it up and do our budget for the paycheck that my husband received, let me see, in the last 4 days. Okay, before we get into it, I definitely want to say welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, if you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate you so much for consistently just watching my videos and just supporting my channel. So I just want to say that. All right, guys, let's get into this budget with me. So what I love about budgeting is it takes a lot of the anxiety out of your finances. You're really being able to be in a place where you're telling your money where to go, and I really appreciate that. That was really one of the reasons why I even started doing the zero-based budget, because it just made sense, and I knew that it was important to be able to tell your money where to go. And I was tired of my money just kind of coming in and just leaving and just swinging it when you get your paycheck. All right, guys, so I don't know where my calculator went. I'm gonna have to invest into a new calculator because I was trying to find it before I did my video and I cannot find it anywhere. I've also been using my phone as my calculator because I don't know where my calculator is. So what I more than likely will do is, but basically with the zero-based budget, whatever your paycheck is, you break it down until it's $0. That means every single dollar has a place, all right? And that's the beauty of the zero-based budget. Every dollar is going somewhere. So you're gonna see how I do my daily, my monthly budget, well, actually weekly budget, because I'm doing this per paycheck. The paycheck that I'm gonna be budgeting is my husband's paycheck from the last 4 days. So let's just break it down. So what I like to start with is, first I put the income. So let's just write income, and we are going to be doing the budget for exactly $1,308, $1,308. And I literally, guys, just start from expenses. Okay, so these are the expenses. No matter what, this is what is coming out. Okay, so these are the expenses, and I just list what my expenses are. Now, this is just for the last 4 days. We've already started our budget. Obviously, it's the 11th of September, so we've already started our budget already, but this is just from this paycheck. So we're going to be budgeting tithes from this check. All right, so our tithes, we're going to be adding to our rent, the phone bill, the Wi-Fi, insurance, which is our renter's insurance, okay, and our self bill, okay. And then after I write that out, what my expenses are that I'm looking at, then I'm just going to put the totals next to them. So the tithes for this check would be $130.80. It's probably gonna be $131. My husband always just likes to round up when it comes to the tithes. Wi-Fi, our Wi-Fi bill is $80. It's not due until like that last week of this month, so we're just gonna put up $20 for that. Renter's insurance, I think we're just gonna pay the whole thing, so that's $36.25. And I had a little balance on my self account of $25. I already just recently paid $30. Like I said, we've already started our budget, but I just now need to pay just $25 because I don't want anything to happen to my account. So that will be $25. All right, so these are just the expenses that we're focusing on for this particular budget, for this paycheck, right? Now, After I do the expenses, now I go to variable expenses. Some people call them cash envelopes. All right, so this is variable expense. Your weekly expenses, things that are going to be happening that you just have to put money towards, like gas. You might need food. You might need dining out, right? Maybe you're at work and you want to have money for if you want to buy something while at work. So dining out. Your household. Maybe you need more toilet paper, more bath tissue, toiletries, things like that. These would be what you're putting towards throughout the week, just randomly, whenever you need it. And you are budgeting for that as well. So my variable expenses is, I wrote my savings on there, but that's just me. So I'm just going to write it because that's what I have written down. But household, okay, you want to at least give yourself an allowance every time that you get paid. So we are giving ourselves, well, I'll write the totals down, but basically every time you get paid, so that you don't feel like you're depriving yourself because you're working hard, you're earning your money, give yourself some money every single week that you can use for whatever it is you want to use it on. Okay, so that way you don't feel deprived as you're doing your budget and you're putting your money to different places. Now you also have some money that you've now budgeted for just for yourself, and you don't have to feel guilty about it. All right, so we give ourselves an allowance, and then we're going to also add dining out, because I think my husband said he wanted to go out. I think he wanted to go to Texas Roadhouse. It's such a fun restaurant, especially with the kids. It's super open and fun, and the kids love it, and the food is really good. So we have dining out for that, and gas. Okay, so those are what I'm doing for my variable expenses for this paycheck. And guys, the way I'm doing it now, I do it this way every single time. All right, every single paycheck. All right, so next up, after you do your variable expenses, now you want to focus on your sinking funds. And if I was to break down what a sinking fund is, it really is just, these are funds, like these are small savings accounts. I want you to think of it that way. Small savings accounts for events that are going to be happening in your life throughout the year, no matter what. So a sinking fund could be Christmas. A sinking fund could be Thanksgiving. Maybe a new car, moving expenses. Anything that you know either is coming up, no matter what, like holidays, birthdays, things like that. Or just something that you know you want to start to save for, like if you want to move, maybe you want to buy your first home. Maybe you want to go on vacation. A vacation would be a great sinking fund. So these are things that are definitely going to happen throughout the year, no matter what, holidays, birthdays, events, things like that, right? You might want to save for your children's college, whatever that is, okay? Or they also are things that are coming up that you want to come up, that you want to do throughout the year. Save for them way ahead of time. So that is the importance of a sinking fund. My sinking funds today is pretty simple. I want to save for Christmas. So every single paycheck, I would like for us to save $35 until Christmas. We have 115 weeks, I think, for Christmas. So if I save $35, I think it's either 30 or 35. You guys know I'm not using my calculator. I'll confirm it soon. But okay, then by Christmas, we would have at least $500 plus by Christmas. So that is my goal. So Christmas, and then emergency, we always want to be adding to that. And honestly, right now at this moment, these are going to be what the sinking funds are that I am going to save from this paycheck. All right, so let's get into it. After sinking funds, we also want to do our saving challenges. Now, what I have been doing is, when it comes to saving challenges, they're very, very fun. Okay, you can fund your saving challenges a few ways. So whatever rollover, like whatever leftover money you have from your budget after you do expenses, your variable expenses, your sinking funds, you might have a few dollars left over. You can actually start to put that to a challenge. right? So that's what I've been doing. Whatever I have left over, it needs to go somewhere. So because I put it towards our saving challenge, now once I have that saving challenge fully funded, whatever that number is, I can now place that money either to my savings or another sinking fund or wherever else I want to place it. And that's the beauty of it. Another way that you can save up for a saving challenge is maybe getting a side hustle, or just maybe when it comes to your variable expenses, right? Maybe you can cut some of those out or cut some of those down so that you can have some more money to put towards a saving challenge, right? So that is something else that you can do. Say if your saving challenge is $100, or say your saving challenge is $1,000 or $10,000, whatever that saving challenge is, you can find ways in your budget to put more money towards your challenges, okay? But these are very fun ways to start to save some more extra money outside of your savings account, all right? So the saving challenge is our $100 saving challenge, right? So our $100 saving challenge. And then we also have a $200 saving challenge. I'm going to use that money, which is altogether $300. I'll use that money either towards our moving costs when we move from where we currently are. That's what I think it should go to. But I'll continue to talk to my husband about where he would want that $300 to go as well. But we're saving it, okay? Like I said, from rollover money, leftover money from our budget. All right. So let's get into it. So savings, we are going to save this paycheck. We're going to save a total of $400. And then our household, we're only giving it $8. Now, I was going to give it $20, but I ended up just cutting it and taking off $12 from that. Because down here, guys, I actually owe my saving challenge. I had to have it. So I figured because we don't need too much household stuff, let's just take $12 from that $20, put $8 in household, take that $12 and start to place it back to that saving challenge. And then we'll take the difference as we get it and add it to that saving challenge, okay? So that's something that I decided to do because if you did have to touch your saving challenge for whatever reason, life will happen, whatever, you make sure, okay, you keep a commitment to yourself to put that money back, right? Because you're saving for something that's a goal of yours and you want to make sure you hit that goal, all right? So that's what we did. Allowance, we're giving $120 between my husband and myself. So he's going to get $60, I'm going to get $60, okay? Then we have dining out. Now, hubby really was talking about he wanted to go to the Texas Roadhouse, and I definitely don't mind. We all love it there. So we're going to give that $60. And then gas. But in the meantime, we're going to give it $15 for right now. Now for the sinking funds, like I said, I'm only working with 2 sinking funds for this paycheck. I have more sinking funds, but for this paycheck, I'm only really focusing on Christmas and emergency. So we're giving Christmas $35 even, and emergency is just going to get $20 more. Our saving challenge is the $100 saving challenge and the $200 saving challenge. So we are going to give, between the both of these, guys, we're just adding what we need to add back into it. So we're going to be adding $12 back to this saving challenge. And then I also have to figure out where I'm going to take the difference, because we owe this saving challenge altogether. We owe this $23, all right? But we've already given it back $12, so whatever that difference amount is, okay? Because I really don't want to have to take from any of these variable expenses or any of my sinking funds. We need Christmas money to be starting to save. We need to start saving for that. And then emergency, we always need to add to that. So I really don't want to take from these. If anything, we'll just take from the $400, because I mean, $400, that's pretty good to save from a 4-day check. All right, so that's what I'm going to leave it as. Now that's it, guys, for my budget for this paycheck. But that's how simple it is, you know. And when I say it really helps take the anxiety, because you know we can get a lot of anxiety when it comes to our finances and things like that. It gets touchy, you get overwhelmed, you can get, you know, filled down and things like that. But at the end of the day, having a budget, writing out the plan is so helpful. So I hope you guys enjoyed how I broke down my budget. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know one of your takeaways and how you do your budget in the comments. And yeah, guys, I'm excited. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.